Hello you wonderful creatures, I am B. This is going to be my first YouTube video. I decided that I was going to do this about 3 years ago, but I never did it. So here we are, I'm going to do it now. My first video is going to be, as you probably saw by the title, things you'll need to stop doing. So I'm sure that we can all agree that there are many things in this world that we all hate with a burning passion. These are going to be the ones that I hate. These are my opinions. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I understand that you may not care about my opinion, and that's honestly so fine. Like, it's cool. Just don't watch the video. Number one, trust issues. So the majority of my friends have them, but the one thing that I hate is people that have trust issues that are in relationships and they still have trust issues. If you have trust issues, that is perfectly fine, I get it. So what I mean by trust issues is not the actual trust issues themselves, it's when you are in a relationship with someone and they talk to someone or they are out on a night out and you get jealous and you're like, oh, it's because I've got trust issues. And I'm like, well, no. Fair enough, you have trust issues, that's fine. However, you should not be in a relationship with someone that you don't trust, because what is the point of your relationship if there is no trust in it? I cannot even explain it enough how little sense it makes for you to be in a relationship with someone if you don't trust them. And the whole, I trust you, I just don't trust them, is also completely irrelevant. If you trust your partner, it does not matter who they talk to, what they do, who they spend their time with. Like, I honestly can't anymore. Stop using it as an excuse to be insecure. I'm a very insecure person. But I don't use my insecurities and my trust issues as an excuse to be mad at my boyfriend when he goes on a night out with someone that I don't particularly like. I don't care what my boyfriend does. I literally don't care. It does not faze me. He can talk to who he wants, he can do what he wants, he can hang out with who he wants. As long as he doesn't cheat on me, I don't care. And until he gives me a reason not to trust him, I'm going to trust him till the day that I die. When you first start talking to someone, you will probably say, like, I have trust issues, and that's perfectly fine. You've given the other person the opportunity to gain your trust. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone if I don't trust them. So if you haven't earned my trust yet, I'm not going to be with you. I'm not going to give you any part of myself that could be hurt. I don't understand people that get into relationships with people when you don't trust them, and then you use the fact that you have trust issues, maybe from past relationships and stuff like that. You can't use it as an excuse to not let your partner do anything. Following on from that, the second thing you will need to stop doing is telling your partners who they can and can't talk to. As I said, my boyfriend can talk to who he wants, he can go out with who he wants, he can hang out with who he wants, he can do whatever the hell he wants, so long as he doesn't cheat on me. I don't care. I literally don't. I'm in a long distance relationship and I don't care what he does. I have the outlook of, as long as you don't cheat on me, you can do what you want. I can talk to who I want, I can hang out with who I want. It's like, I know that there have been occasions when he's gone out and he hasn't texted me for like 3 hours and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Everybody has those moments. But I trust him enough to know that he wouldn't, and I have so much faith in the fact that he wouldn't. It doesn't even faze me. I don't get people who tell their boyfriend or their girlfriend who they can and can't talk to, what they can do, where they can go, who they can go there with. It's not healthy. It's not a healthy relationship. And I don't get it. Honestly, if anyone can explain the logic to me, by all means, in the comments down below, let me know the logic of being in a relationship with someone that you don't trust and won't let talk to anyone. You end up isolating your other half, and then you are their entire world because you're the only person that you've let them have in their life. It just doesn't make any sense. You will literally need to stop it. I cannot even count the amount of times I've had guy friends who have stopped talking to me when they're in a relationship because they're like, oh, my girlfriend doesn't like me talking to you. Bitch. If my boyfriend turned around to me and said, you can't talk to that person, you best believe my response would be, I'm going to talk to who the f I want to talk to, and you are not going to stop me. I'm my own person, I am my own individual, I am an independent person. You do not get to dictate who your boyfriend or girlfriend can and cannot talk to. That is not even remotely your right. And anybody that thinks otherwise, I'm sorry, you are wrong. I have lost so many guy friends and girlfriends to relationships because they end up being their entire lives, or they're not allowed to talk to me. And it's your partner, it's your other half, it's your life partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, civil partner, husband, wife, whatever. They are not your parents. My parents don't even get to decide what I do. I am 20 years old, I can do what I want. My parents have always said to me, we will support you no matter what the hell you do, we can't control what you do anymore, do what you want. My boyfriend is like, you're a 20-year-old woman, you are legally an adult, responsible for your own decisions, therefore do what you want to do. You can't dictate, I'm sorry, you cannot decide what they do with their time or who they do it with. It's not fair. You make them so isolated, you make them so antisocial. All of their friends are going to end up not inviting them to things because they're like, oh well, your girlfriend's not going to let you come, so we're not going to bother inviting you anyway. Stop it. The third thing that you all need to stop doing, stop using your mental health disorders to excuse your behaviour. People that say, oh, but I'm depressed, so it's fine. Or, oh, I've got an eating disorder, so it's fine. Or, oh, I've got bipolar disorder, so it's fine. I have no time for you. And I know this sounds awful, but let me give you some context. I've struggled with mental health disorders now for 6 years. I'm undiagnosable, apparently. That's great. But since I was 14, I've had some very dark periods in my life, and I've had some very horrible experiences in my life since I was 14. And I personally think that when you have a mental health disorder, you tend to attract other people that have mental health disorders. I personally think it's because you know that they understand you. They know that if I'm in a bad mood one day, there may actually not be a reason for it, and that's fine. We're on the same level. We can get on the same level with each other. I've had a lot of friends in the past 6 years who have mental health disorders. I will be there for anyone, and I mean that. Anyone that ever comes to me and says, I feel depressed, or I have depression, or I'm suicidal, I don't want to eat anything, I want to jump off a cliff. Like, I will always be there for, if you're a complete stranger. If a random person came up to me in the street and they said, I want to kill myself, I'd be like, right dude, let's go get some coffee and we'll sort this out. Like, there's no part of me that would not help you. But I had a specific friend in probably the last 2 or 3 years, I'd say, that used her mental health disorder as an excuse for everything. She wasn't a nice person in general. When I first met her, she was, but she was not a nice person in general. She was not a decent person. She was one of those people that loved to cause drama. I had an argument with her every week. It got to a point where I'd be sat there like, okay, what have I done this week to piss you off? Like, she was not a good person, but she consistently used the fact that she had depression to excuse her behaviour, and that's not okay. You can have depression but still be a like, you don't get to be a just because you have depression or anorexia, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder. You don't get to excuse your behaviour because of your mental health disorder. And if you do, stop letting your mental health disorder define who you are, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if it's because I've never been diagnosed, I don't let it define who I am. I am not my mental health disorder. I am B, I am my own person, and my mental health is just something that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. I don't ever, and will never, let somebody tell me, you are depression, you are this, you are that. No. Stop letting it define you, be your own person, and take responsibility for what you do in life. If you in life, just say sorry. Once you've said sorry, there's not really much more you can do. If I've pissed my boyfriend off, I never do, I will immediately say, okay, well, I didn't mean to make you feel that way, babe, I'm so sorry. At that point, there's not much more I can do about it. I've apologised to you. If you're gonna still be mad at me, that's fine. Like, take your time to be mad at me, but I can't really do much more. I'm not gonna keep continuously saying sorry, because at some point it's gonna mean less and less and less. So it's fine. I will put my hands up right now and say and I take pride in it. I have spent many years, probably 6 years, perfecting the art of being a bitch, and I will happily own it. I don't care anymore. If you don't like me, you don't like me. I will never sit here and say, oh, well, I'm a bitch because I've got a mental health disorder. I'm a bitch because I've got an eating disorder. Like, no. You can't use it as an excuse anymore. I'm sick of it. Somebody's in a wheelchair. If someone's paralysed from the hips down, waist down, whatever, they can still be a they're not excused because they're in a wheelchair. I'm sorry. I don't care what any of you think. If Stephen Hawking was a I'd say he's a You don't get sympathy for it. You don't get excused for it. It's not allowed. I'm eradicating it. Stop it. Number 4. I'm trying to think of how to word this. If you are one of those people right now, at this very second, pretending to care about someone that you don't care about, stop it immediately. You have no idea how damaging it actually is to have someone pretend to give a crap about you when they don't. You will give up anyway, so you might as well stop now. You're not going to pretend for the rest of your life that you care about someone. You're going to leave. So if you're going to leave eventually, just leave now. But while you're ahead, tell that person right now. Send the text. Let them down lightly, obviously, but stop pretending that you care about people. I've had so many people in the last 20 years of my life pretend that they give a shit about me, and they don't. And quite honestly, if you don't, that's perfectly fine. I will live without you. I'll be fine. Don't worry. I will get over it. The amount of people that probably even now still pretend to care about me, stop it. Send me a message on Facebook right now and just say, you're right, I don't care about you, let's not talk anymore. That's fine. I pinky swear. I don't really care. I'm not gonna waste my time on something that I don't care about. And this is another thing that you all need to, I personally think you all need to absorb into your everyday life. I've still hopefully got another 60 years left on this planet, but I find my time very valuable. If I don't care about something, I will point blank say to you, I don't care. I went to Falmouth not that long ago to visit a friend, and I met this girl and she sat there and talked to me about her cats. I hate cats. And if that's all you have to talk about, I don't want to talk to you. So I sat there and I said, I'm sorry, but I don't really want to have this conversation with you. I was like, let's just stop now. You should be telling someone that cares and someone that wants to listen to it, and I don't. So let's just not anymore. I'm saving both of us so much time because you want to talk about your cats. I don't want to hear about your cats. So stop talking to me. If you want to talk about anything else, fine. That was a really weird example, but you see the point I'm making. Time, to me, is very precious, and I don't like to waste my time on anything. Therefore, if I don't care about someone, I will happily say that I don't care about them. I literally did it last night. My boyfriend was talking to me about a certain situation, and I literally turned around to him and I literally said, I don't want to sound like a but I really don't care. I don't know this person, I have no loyalty to this person, I have no responsibility over this person, I don't care. Let's just stop talking about it now. You all need to stop. It's such a waste of your time. Like, life is so short and no one is really sure of what happens after you go. So why are you wasting your time that you don't care about and aren't invested in and aren't proud of and want to scream about it? Like, just stop, please. Anyway, that's the end of the video. It was only 4 things. I was gonna do 5, but I can't think of a 5th one, so I'm only gonna do 4. Try and upload I'm gonna say every week. I was gonna say twice a week, but I honestly don't think I'll be able to do it. I'll post every Tuesday, stuff like this. If you want to see another one of these things, give me a week to think of another few things that I hate about life. Let me know by liking the video. Please subscribe, put on the notification button so you don't never miss a post, and I will see you guys next week.